The Dhaka Muslin was once called woven hair. That's how light it was. It was worn by the likes of Jane Austen and Mary Antoinette. For years, it was thought to be lost. Not anymore. Bangladesh is painstakingly resurrecting the fabric with wooden spinning wheels and hand-drawn looms. How successful will they be?
You wouldn't know it by looking at it, but botanists had to hunt halfway across the world and back for these cotton blooms. Locally known as footy carpers, they provide a uniquely fine yarn used to make Dhaka muslin.
This cotton has a natural silky spark to it. It is barely visible when turned into yarn. On its whiteness, this is probably the brightest cotton in the world.
Native to Bangladesh, it was believed to be extinct for more than a century until a recent revival project brought it back to life. The plant is now being grown in experimental farms in an effort to raise yields and scale up production. Historians say that the muslin trade helped turn the Ganges Delta in what is now Bangladesh into one of the most prosperous parts of the world. The mills and factories that sprung up in England after the Industrial Revolution killed the foreign market for the delicate fabric. But now, a new generation is learning this once forgotten art. This wasn't without its challenges, as finding weavers nimble enough to weave the plant's ultra-fine threads wasn't easy.
We feel very proud that we are being able to be a part of the history, reviving our heritage.
Dhaka muslin has a thread count between 800 and 1200, much higher than any other cotton fabric that exists today. The revival project found candidates from villages around Dhaka where small workshops make intricate saris from jamdari, a fine cotton produced in similar manner to muslin. It took months for the team to master the craft, working with threads 4 or more times finer than what they are used to. Weaving this fickle fabric requires complete concentration. It is also dauntingly slow. It can take 2 people 8 hours or non-stop labor to weave an inch or less of cloth.
I used to be a weaver. I heard a lot of stories about muslin from my grandfather. Now I have become a part of this historical project. Now I can proudly claim that I have turned into an artist.
The revival project is driven from the Bangladesh Textile Mills Corporation in the capital Dhaka. And inside there are a handful of muslin pieces on display.
There was a myth about muslin that it was so delicate that it would pass through even a ring. Look, it's true. There is space to squeeze in another piece of cloth inside.
The intense labor needed to make this fabric means that any garment stitched from Dhaka muslin will always remain a boutique product.
There are stories that women in the royal family used to wear this muslin clothing inside their houses. It is so transparent, it creates the illusion that the wearer is perhaps not wearing anything at all. Look at my palm beneath the fabric here.
Despite the cost and time to produce each piece, the revival project is hopeful that Bangladesh will once again be renowned for its woven air. South Asia Bureau, WION World is One.